YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another video, and in today's video we have some more Redskins news about O.J. Howard and the possibility of landing him and also landing wide receiver Kenny Stills, and also a possible draft day trade for Trent Williams involving the New York Jets. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video that I upload about the NFL or the Redskins. Let's get straight into today's video. So let's start things off with talking about O.J. Howard. Now, it was reports that come out that says that the Bucs are not going to, re-sign O.J. Howard, or he's not going to be back on the team. And it was a lot of teams that were interested in trading for O.J. Howard come this draft, actually, and we were at the top of this list. So there was a couple trade scenarios that we could do for the Bucs involving O.J. Howard. I was thinking more so along the lines of a 4th round and Trent Williams for O.J. Howard, or maybe just the O.J. Howard for Trent Williams straight up. I would not mind this pickup at all, man. O.J. Howard is really good. I have his stats pulled up. So in 2019, he had he played 14 games. So he started all 14. So he missed only 3 games, which is not really that bad. It's still a lot of improvement because you want your player to be out there for all 16 games. But he only missed 2 games really. He got targeted 53 times and he had 1 touchdown for 38 receptions, man. And I know that's not really crazy numbers that you want to hear, but considering the fact that Jameis Winston was his quarterback, Mr. 30 for 30, 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. Was it 30 touchdowns and 33 interceptions, I want to say, or 33 touchdowns and 30 interceptions, something like that. Considering the fact that that's your quarterback and you still put up good numbers like that, you can do something good with Dwayne Haskins. We know Dwayne Haskins needs a tight end, man, to thrive, especially in this Air Coryell offense. If he didn't have a tight end at all, and now that he does, or if he could have a tight end as an O.J. Howard could reform back to that first round draft pick that he once was. I feel bad for the guy because Jameis Winston was his quarterback and he didn't really have someone that was like really good to get him the ball. Now when he did make good plays, he really showed his size and his speed, and he has great hands. He loves to block too. Maybe not the best blocker, but gets the job done way better than Jordan Reed, of course, of past, and Jeremy Sprinkle was pretty decent at blocking, but he's way better than them two. And also, if we get an O.J. Howard that could really help out with this offense, man, could create space, could give Dwayne Haskins another option to throw to other than Terry McLaurin and Steven Sims and Kelvin Harmon, that can also open up the run game too with the O.J. Howard. So I say maybe trade a Trent Williams and a 4th for O.J. Howard, or trade O.J. Howard, or a Trent Williams rather, to the Bucs for O.J. Howard, man, and then you also draft one in the 3rd or 4th round, maybe a Adam Trotman or Devin Asiasi or Albert O or Bryson Hopkins or Hunter Bryant or Harrison Bryant. Those just a few names to name a few. We have a lot of tight ends to pick from now. If we get an O.J. Howard, we can get O.J. Howard, and like I said, one of these other tight ends that could really solidify our tight end tree, man. I say you should at least keep 3 to 4 tight ends on the team, man. So it can be O.J. Howard, Hunter Brown, whoever we pick from the draft, rather. Then it could be Hill Hedges at the 3, maybe Logan Thomas at the 4. If he makes the team. It's really going to be, because it's going to really be fun to see what we do here come draft night. I really hope we draft a good tight end. We go with the right selection, because it's a lot to choose from. All are good. Now a lot of people are starting to say, Adam Trotman, is he really as good as it seems? Because he did go to Dayton. Dayton is really not. They don't really play competition really like Missouri, as far as Albert O did. He played for Missouri, which is a higher level D1 that played better competition. Albert O, he's really fast. I really like Chase Claypool also. So we have a lot of options. Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame. He's more of a wide receiver, but could play the tight end. I really like Devin Asiasi, I think, out of UCLA. And Bryson Hopkins, of course, out of Purdue. So we have a lot of options to play with here. There was also a report that came out today that Trent Williams, if we can't get nothing, good in this draft, they would love to get something good in this draft. But if we can't, we can hold him and trade him in 2021 for something like a 1st round pick. But what my issue with that is, the longer you hold him out, the less his value gets. And next year we're barely we're barely struggling to get a second-round pick now. So what makes you think teams are going to want to give up a first-round pick next year? Now, I'm not saying that this can't happen, but I think it's really highly unlikely considering the fact that he's going to be older and he's already going to be sitting out 2 years, because I think if Trent Williams does stay on his team, he's not going to want to play for us. So he's going to sit out again, and I know this new CBA deal makes it harder, but he also still could sit out and return week 8. So all of that is just going to cost another commotion, man. I really want him gone. This saga's been going on for a whole year now, so let's get him gone by the chance that we can get him gone. Actually, I think we need to take that Riley Reef trade maybe, or even this O.J. Howard trade for an example, man. I know it's really going to be taking out Brady's weapon and stuff like that, one of his weapons, but he getting Trent Williams. They really need that offensive line to be stellar for the golden boy Tom Brady, so they need that offensive line to be good, like I said, so Trent Williams can really help out in Tampa Bay to help protect, so he can get the ball to a Chris Godwin, Cameron Brate if they hold on to him, and also a Mike Evans. So this team is really good, and they really need offensive line help. He can also open up the run game, so I think they really need to pull the trigger on this trade. We really should offer it for him, or they should offer it to us, because it was a list that came out, and we were probably the #1 team on that list to trade for a tight end such as an O.J. Howard. A report just popped up. It says the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are reportedly shopping former tight end O.J. Howard, but we already knew that, of course. So yeah, man, I think we really need to pull a trade on for O.J. Howard come draft night. Let me know what you guys think down below about this. What else would you trade for a O.J. Howard type player? He's really big. What is he? 6'6". Let me see. I got the stats pulled up right here. He's 6'6", 251 pounds. And he went to Alabama, of course, another Bama boy, and he's relatively young. He's only 25 years old. So let's bring him in, man. Have him pair up with the Adam Tromanor, Bryson Hopkins, Harrison Bryant, or a Hunter Bryant, if rather that is, whoever, man. We really can have a very great tight end duo. And let's move on to the other topic of today's video. So other topic of today's video is Texans wide receiver Kenny Stills. It looks like he's on the way out of of Houston rather. And I would really like to bring in Kenny Stills, man. Kenny Stills really can play the slot. He can play the outside for us too. He wouldn't be too shabby. Now Kenny Stills is older in age. He's probably like 29, late 20s, early 30s, and Texas, I keep wanting to say Tennessee, but Houston rather, they just got Randall Cobb, Brandon Cooks. Now none of those guys are DeAndre Hopkins caliber, but they do have a lot of wide receivers now. So one of them seems to be out on the door, and the odd man out seems to be Kenny Stills. So he can really be a decent little threat for the Washington Redskins to help open up the pass game for Terry McLaurin or Steven Sims, or maybe even a Calvin Harmon either. But I'm more of a go to the draft type of guy. But Kenny Stills wouldn't be too bad to go after. I really would like that pickup. So let's make the moves. On top of that, he didn't really get the shine that he deserved in Houston because they had a DeAndre Hopkins or a Will Fuller. Now they have a Brandon Cooks and a Randall Cobb, Randall Cobb seems like he's going to get more playing time in Tennessee. I keep saying Tennessee, Houston, rather than he did in Dallas. So it should be fun to see, man. I really would love to get a Kenny Stills. Not really the biggest move or the best move out there, but it's something decent to come fight for a spot. All Ron Rivera wants to do is get people that's going to come in here and compete. Just because they're not the biggest names doesn't mean they're not going to compete, man. Hard work to be talent any day. So just because you're not the biggest name doesn't mean you're not going to get a spot on this team and compete for a Super Bowl ring, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. So like I said, with those two players that had joined me here, as you can see, Kenny Stills, O.J. Howard. So yeah, man, that's really, I hope we get one of you guys. Maybe I want you the most, but maybe if we get you, it'll be fine. Who knows? We're going to see. And the last thing I want to talk about, guys, before I get out of here, is a scenario with the Jets for OJ, or for Jamaal Adams, rather, because a report came out today that we'll watch out for Jamaal Adams to be a big trade name that goes down for the Jets this upcoming draft in a couple of days. So I'm thinking maybe trade them a Trent and 2 4th rounds for Jamaal Adams, which doesn't seem too dumb because considering the fact that DeAndre Hopkins just got traded for a 5th round, and it seems to have that kind of story going on. It seems like the Jets are just toxic to Jamaal Adams, although it seems like they come out and say every year that everything is fine, but it seems like everything is toxic going on down there. So maybe Trent Williams in a 4th round or 2 4th rounds for Jamaal Adams will be great. I would love it. I highly doubt that happens, but if it does, then that would be awesome. We're getting the best safety in all of football. We plug Jamaal Adams in at free safety, and we keep Landon Collins at strong safety. Have Sean Davis backing them up. Oh my God, that is nasty. Both players can play the box, can stop the run. That's really what we need, both of them for. Jamaal Adams can cover way better than Landon Collins, so that's why I say have him playing the free safety position so he can be the ones covering the tight ends and the linebackers. Now or should I say the running backs rather. Now both of them will be covering the tight ends and the running backs, but Jamaal Adams obviously is the better out of the two. So I would love that trade. Let me know what you guys think down below about this video. Like, comment, subscribe, hail to the Redskins. Like I said, who would you rather bring in, OJ Howard or Kenny Stills, or maybe trade for both? Who knows? I really hope we trade for OJ Howard. I doubt we trade for Kenny Stills or Jamaal Adams, but those were just a few names to throw in since a lot of news broke today. So without further ado, it's me, boy One Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hail to the Redskins. Turn on post notifications so you can notify when I upload a video about the NFL or the Washington Redskins. Like I said, OJ Howard, what would you trade for OJ Howard on draft night? What would you trade for Kenny Stills? Maybe. Or what would you trade for Jamaal Adams? Even though I think that it's going to be out of the picture, I say throw a Trent in there in the 2 4th rounds. As always, me, boy One Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hail to the Redskins. Peace.